8142-01. We, the jury in the above entitled action, find the defendant, Rakeem Mayers, not guilty of
I just stood here in this Los Angeles County and witnessed the worst miscarriage of justice that this world has ever seen. You want to know how I feel? I'll tell you exactly how I feel. I got some names that I want to call. Alex Spiro, Desiree Perez, and the whole wicked system of Roc Nation, including you, Jay-Z.
Yes.
You who say you rose from the gutter, but you have traded and bartered the souls of young men, and you're still doing it. The only independent witness in this courtroom is a man whose name is Sean Kelly. He came to court, and our attorneys, he would not even shake their hand after he went upstairs with Kathy Tah and Alex Bart.
They met on Saturday before.
They met with our witness. And then the man came, the only independent witness in this courtroom is a man whose name is Sean Kelly. He came to court, and our attorneys, he would not even shake their hand after he went upstairs with Kathy Tah and Alex Bart.
They met on Saturday before. They met
with our witness.
I get a call from Roc Nation that says, yo, we heard you're gonna make a statement about what happened, and it'd be in your best interest if you don't make that statement.
I remember when my mother would let my father be violent with her, and she always brings up the story. As a little girl, I would stand in front of my mother and go like this, and I vowed, like, that's why I'm like, maybe some people would describe me as abrasive or bitchy or whatever, because I vowed from that age no man would ever abuse me, call me out my name, treat me like that. And then all of a sudden, that was my life.
Ever wonder just how deep this celebrity drama rabbit hole goes? There's a wild claim tying together some of the biggest names in the game. An insider familiar with the scene hints that evidence is pointing to a secret legal maneuver that might have helped get A$AP Rocky off the hook. They're saying a powerful music mogul and his crew could have pulled strings as a favor to a top industry star. And the shockwaves from this alleged move are rippling through an arena known for its surprises. What do you make of a twist that leaves more questions than clear answers? Stick around as we peel back the layers of a story that might just flip everything on its head. For years, the saga between Drake and Rihanna has been a wild ride that grabs fans by the throat. Drake never held back his admiration, and his feelings were always on display for everyone to see. At the 2016 VMAs, he presented her with the Video Vanguard Award and claimed his heart had belonged to her since he was 22. That moment felt genuine yet awkward, and it still sparks conversation today. Rihanna turned down his attempt at a kiss in an instant that sent shockwaves through the crowd. What was once a glamorous event turned into a scene many recall with disbelief. They even had a quiet chapter where they dated away from the public eye. In those moments, there were secret smiles and subtle signals that only a few caught. But things took a darker turn when Drake betrayed that trust by cheating. Insiders are saying that act shattered any hope of a lasting connection between them. Rihanna later hinted to Vogue that their bond had completely faded away. Drake himself dropped hints of regret in his track Skin Fans from Certified Lover Boy. The lyrics paint a picture of a troubled past that many believe exposed the depth of his mistakes. Adding fuel to the fire, his feud with A$AP Rocky only deepened the drama. Whispers say that rivalry is rooted in long-held tensions and unresolved issues. Some believe his tangled feelings for Rihanna and his personal missteps only made the conflict worse. All these twists come together to sketch a portrait of a man caught in a storm of passion and regret. Fans are left wondering if he'll ever break free from this cycle of heartache and betrayal. The echoes of those past events keep ringing out in every headline and rumor that surfaces. As the drama unfolds, even further the intrigue grows, and the questions multiply. What does all this mean for the future of these celebrity entanglements? The story remains as captivating as ever, and it keeps drawing us back for every twist and turn. Drake never hesitates to drop subtle digs through his music. Each track feels like pages from his inner diary. In Furthest Thing, he takes a swipe at a new romance that many say is pure controversy. In Feel No Ways, he hints that this relationship might just be a passing phase. It's as if he wants to remind everyone that some connections simply never stick. He slips in lines that leave you wondering if it's just another fleeting moment. In I'm on One, he boldly claims, "I'm just feeling like the throne is for the taking. Watch me take it." That line is pure fire and leaves no doubt about his ambition. It feels like he's carving out his own path to a crown that no one else can claim. Then in Antisocial, he turns his attention to Rocky, hinting that his focus might be all wrong. There are murmurs that Rocky is too caught up in his own feelings for Rihanna. This twist just adds another layer to a story that seems to keep evolving. Many fans say that Drake is still nursing those deep old wounds from past heartbreaks. They claim his lyrics still carry a bitter edge that refuses to fade. It appears that the success of Rihanna with Rocky keeps reopening old scars. These musical jabs come together like puzzle pieces that reveal a troubled mind. Every track is loaded with clues hinting at a deeper rivalry and lingering grudges. The lines are so carefully crafted, they leave you questioning the real motives behind them. What does this barrage of diss tracks say about Drake's state of mind? Is it a cry for attention, or just a reminder of wounds that never healed? Evidence is starting to point to a mix of raw ambition and unresolved bitterness. The saga of these lyrical attacks fuels a fire that seems like it'll never die. Every verse feels like another chapter in a never-ending drama that none of us can turn away from. The clues lie there, waiting to be pieced together, making you wonder what comes next. There's an energy in these tracks that is utterly infectious. Each beat carries a hidden message that demands your full attention. There's raw emotion in his words that grabs you from the very first note. Listening to these songs is like watching a personal battle unfold before your eyes. Every diss feels like a step deeper into a maze of rivalry and old pain. The subtle hints keep you guessing, and the drama only intensifies. The way he plays with words feels like a game of chess. Every move is calculated, every line is strategic play. There's an art to his approach that's as captivating as it is unpredictable. This ongoing narrative is like riding a roller coaster of emotions. It lifts you high, then drops you into the depths of raw truth. You can't help but get swept up in the drama spilling from every track. These songs are more than just catchy tunes. They're a window into a world of ambition and old scars. Every line echoes the struggles of a man battling his past. These diss tracks leave you with more questions than answers. They invite you to piece together clues scattered like fragments of a hidden story. What's the real message behind these lyrical assaults? Each track builds on the last, creating a narrative that you just can't ignore. There's a charged intensity in every word, drawing you in deeper. The mystery of his intent leaves you both intrigued and puzzled. It feels like every new release is another chapter in this endless drama. A drama fueled by ambition and the raw pain of old betrayals. The layers keep building until you're left questioning where the truth truly lies. The artistry in these diss tracks is undeniable. It pulls you into a world of secrets, a world where every beat is a clue, and every line a breadcrumb leading to more. And it makes you wonder just how deep this rivalry rabbit hole really goes. ASAP Rocky found himself in the middle of a legal storm that got everyone talking. Back in November 2021, a serious accusation emerged that Rocky fired a gun at ASAP Rally. This shocking claim sent tremors through the hip-hop world and turned heads everywhere. The incident involved a former ASAP mob associate and quickly became a headline story. The trial turned into one of the most talked about legal battles in recent memory. Every headline and rumor forced people to question what was really going on behind closed doors. Many assumed from the start that the weight of the evidence would land him a guilty verdict. But the courtroom delivered an unexpected twist that left many stunned and confused. The jury found him not guilty, and that verdict sparked a wave of conspiracy theories. Whispers claim that powerful forces might have intervened in the process. Evidence is starting to hint at hidden strings pulled by influential players. A source close to the trial even hinted that Roc Nation could have played a part in the outcome. One juror later admitted that most of them believed Rocky was guilty, yet they still voted not guilty, and that revelation only deepened doubts about the process. Jay-Z and Drake have shared a journey full of twists, moments of support mixed with sparks of rivalry. Early on, Jay-Z recognized Drake's raw talent. He even featured him on Blueprint 3's track Off That, a move many saw as a powerful stamp of approval. That moment ignited Drake's rise and set the stage for a breakthrough that would echo across the industry. Then came the collab on Light Up, a track that captured a genuine spark of creative energy between two giants. Back then, it felt like a moment of pure musical magic, two legends joining forces. Those early days were brimming with promise, every beat telling a story of unity and ambition. Fans remember that era as a time when support flowed freely and the future looked bright. Yet even in that glow, there were subtle hints of tension growing over time. The seeds of their long feud were planted in those early moments when high expectations met even higher ambitions. What began as a genuine alliance soon morphed into a clash fueled by ambition and the hunger for control. Success turned admiration into rivalry, and the bond began to fracture under the weight of fame. Every early track now feels like a relic of a time that promised unity, yet hinted at a feud destined for legendary status. That initial support from Jay-Z not only catapulted Drake to new heights, but also set the stage for a rivalry that continues to grip fans. It reminds us that even the strongest bonds can crumble when ambition and power take center stage. This story of mentorship and rivalry makes you question what really hides beneath the surface of success. It leaves you wondering how a connection that began with so much promise could unravel into one of the most talked about feuds in music history. Over time, that early admiration morphed into a quiet tension simmering under the surface. Each new release from either artist carried a subtle echo of that old rivalry. What once was a harmonious collaboration soon gave way to a competitive fire that could not be contained. Every track became a quiet reminder of a past filled with exchanged respect and promises made in earnest. The evolution of their relationship sparked endless debates among fans. Some see that early support as a true gesture of mentorship, while others view it as the calm before an inevitable storm. There was a time when Jay-Z's nod to Drake felt like a blessing that could launch a career. Then the tide shifted as ambition crept in and alliances began to fracture. The air grew charged with the promise of a battle that could not be avoided. Listeners started to catch the subtle digs hidden within the verses of new songs. Every line seemed to hold a double meaning, hinting at a deeper unresolved conflict. It felt as though every beat carried a secret meant only for those who truly listened. The shift from collaboration to rivalry felt natural in a world fueled by ambition and fierce competition. The feud soon evolved into a saga that captured the imagination of fans across the globe. Every release became an event sparking heated debates and sparking discussions about loyalty and success. In the end, the legacy of that early support stands in stark contrast to the rivalry that now defines their relationship. Drake's growing arrogance emerged as his career soared to new heights. He began slipping in subtle shots at Jay-Z that no one could overlook. On I'm on One, he boldly declared that the throne was up for grabs, a statement that left no doubt about his ambitions. Birdman added fuel by claiming that Lil Wayne outshined Jay-Z, a move that stirred more questions than answers. Jay-Z fired back on Ham by shading Birdman's wealth in a way that spoke volumes about the stakes at hand. And Lil Wayne took it a step further by threatening Jay-Z on It's Good, a move that cranked the tension up to a whole new level. Every track began to feel like a battleground where ego and ambition clashed. Each lyric became a piece of a puzzle hinting at a hidden war behind smooth beats. It was as if every bar carried a secret message meant only for the keenest ears. The energy in these diss tracks became contagious, a clear sign that the rivalry was far from over. Listeners could almost feel the heat rising with every verse and every sharp retort. The line between competitive banter and personal vendetta blurred in a storm of raw emotion and ambition. This is not just about music. It is a display of power where every word is a calculated move. The tone shifted from subtle digs to outright challenges that kept fans on the edge. It feels like the world of hip-hop is no longer only about beats, but about who truly rules the game. The boldness in Drake's words and the fierce comebacks from his rivals have turned this into a saga of epic proportions. Every new track becomes an event that sparks debates and fires up discussions among those who follow every twist. The rivalry grows with each line, a constant reminder that no one is immune to the clash of titans. Back in 2014, the narrative took a creative turn that added another layer to the feud. During a Rolling Stone interview, Drake took a jab at Jay-Z by mocking his constant art references. He made it sound as though Jay-Z's lyrics were nothing more than a gallery of fine art talk, a critique that cut deep. Jay-Z was not about to take that line down. On the We Made It remix, he clapped back with a clever retort. He said, "Sorry, Mr. Drizzy, for so much art talk. Silly me rapping about things I actually bought." That moment struck like a spark in dry tinder, igniting a fire that still burns in every conversation about their rivalry. This artistic diss was not merely about art. It reflected a deeper clash of sensibilities. It turned into a verbal duel where style met substance in a battle of wits and reputation. The exchange split fans and sparked endless debates about who truly had the upper hand. Each side dropped hints that every word was loaded with hidden meaning, a secret signal in a war of pride. That art reference diss became a milestone, deepening the rift between two of the biggest names in music. Even now, the tension from that moment lingers in every subtle reference and every carefully crafted line. The fallout from that 2014 moment still hangs in the air, a tension that never fully fades. Listeners are left wondering if every mention of art or wealth in their lyrics is part of a covert dialogue. This feud is not merely about musical differences. It is a complex dance of egos and legacies. Every diss and every comeback builds a narrative that keeps the drama alive and the audience guessing. It shows that even in a world of glitz and glamour, there are battles fought in the shadows of clever wordplay. And that art reference diss stands as a symbol of a rivalry that refuses to be neatly tied up. These exchanges remind us that behind every flashy track lies a story of ambition and deep-seated conflict. They force you to question whether the barbs are just part of the game or hint at something much larger. The legacy of these diss tracks continues to shape the conversation around power in the industry. Every word drops another layer in a saga as fascinating as it is unpredictable. The dance of diss and response between these icons is a testament to the volatile mix of talent and pride, and it leaves you hanging on every new release, eager to decode the hidden messages in each line. Roc Nation's alleged history of legal interference runs deeper than many of us ever expected. Drake's claim about Jay-Z swaying Rocky's trial is just the latest chapter in a long story of behind-the-scenes moves. This is not an isolated incident, but a pattern that seems to have repeated over the years. Take the Tory Lanez case, for example. Tory Lanez was convicted in the shooting case involving Megan Thee Stallion. Tory's father stepped forward and publicly accused Jay-Z and Roc Nation of bribing a key witness. The key witness, Sean Kelly, allegedly changed his testimony after meeting with Roc Nation lawyers. And Tory himself claimed that Roc Nation threatened him to keep him silent about the case. Every detail adds another stroke to a picture of a system where money and loyalty can tip the scales of justice. It is a story that makes you wonder if legal outcomes are ever truly fair, or if hidden hands are always at work. The fallout from this case is as unsettling as it is intriguing. It is like watching a chess match, where every move is calculated and every player holds a secret agenda. The claims point to a recurring theme where influential figures may use their clout to protect their own interests. And with every new revelation, the mystery deepens and the questions multiply. This narrative challenges our ideas about accountability in a world where fame and power collide. It forces you to wonder how many other legal battles might have been swayed by similar covert moves. The story of Roc Nation's alleged interference leaves you with a mix of disbelief and curiosity. Every whispered allegation and every disputed testimony adds fuel to a fire that refuses to be easily put out. The case stands as a stark reminder that in the realm of celebrity and success, the line between justice and manipulation is often blurred. It is a tale that continues to evolve and keeps the conversation about fairness in the industry very much alive. The legacy of these allegations casts a long shadow over an industry already full of surprises. And as more details emerge, the questions only multiply, leaving us all to wonder what the real truth might be. Nicki Minaj's cancel documentary shook the industry that thrives on secrets. Rumors swirled that Roc Nation stopped her from releasing a project meant to expose deep hidden truths. The documentary allegedly contained explosive details about abuse by Meek Mill, a former Roc Nation artist whose alleged actions left lasting scars on Nicki. Insiders whisper that these revelations could have shifted the balance of power in the game. Some say that Jay-Z and Roc Nation stepped in to silence Nicki, a suggestion that powerful forces moved to protect Meek Mill at all costs. Every hint of this cover-up leaves fans questioning the true motives behind the cancellation. The tension behind this alleged move sparked a firestorm of debate among those who follow every twist in celebrity drama. Questions arise as to whether truth was sacrificed in favor of loyalty and influence. The possibility that influential figures pulled strings behind the scenes makes the whole affair even more mysterious. Every whisper about the documentary adds another layer to a puzzle that grows ever more complex. It feels like the industry is hiding secrets behind closed doors, each detail fueling speculation that powerful interests are determined to keep certain truths under wraps. This alleged cover-up is seen by many as part of a larger pattern where image and control come before transparency. The decision to cancel such a revealing project sends a clear message that some stories are too explosive to be told. It forces you to wonder what other secrets might be kept away from the public eye. Some insiders claim that the documentary was not just a personal account, but a potential game changer. A project that could have exposed abuse and shifted the narrative in the music world. The cancellation is now viewed as a deliberate move to protect influential figures at any cost. The controversy surrounding Nicki Minaj's cancel documentary stands as a stark reminder that in this industry, truth is often hidden behind layers of strategic silence. Every new rumor and every disputed detail deepens the mystery and leaves you on the edge of your seat, wondering what will be revealed next. A$AP Rocky's trial verdict has become a hot topic that fuels endless debate. A juror later admitted that most of the jurors believed Rocky was guilty, yet they still cast a not guilty vote. That twist adds another layer to a case already shrouded in mystery. The prosecution claimed that Rocky fired a real gun during the incident, but his defense argued that the weapon was nothing more than a fake prop gun. That contrast deepens the suspicions surrounding the trial. The alleged gun was never recovered, and that missing piece raises even more questions. It leaves a gap that many feel suggests something does not add up. Every detail about the missing weapon fuels theories that unseen forces may have played a role. There are whispers that the absence of the gun is a clue in a larger scheme. Some insiders say that powerful interests may have swayed the outcome. Every new twist makes the story even more tangled and hard to ignore. This mystery stands as a stark reminder that in a world of high stakes, the truth can be elusive. The unanswered questions keep the debate alive and make the case feel like a puzzle yet to be solved. Every piece of missing evidence draws you deeper into a narrative where justice may have been compromised. Drake is furious about the acquittal of A$AP Rocky, and he lays the blame squarely on Jay-Z. He appears to believe that Roc Nation corrupted the legal process to protect Rihanna's partner. Every word he drops is filled with raw anger and a biting sense of betrayal. He lets his frustration spill over in every line and every subtle jab in his lyrics. There is an undercurrent of bitterness that makes you wonder if this is about more than just the trial. Some say his words are a cry for justice, while others think it is pure envy over Rihanna moving on. I have it on good authority that Drake is pushing a narrative that reeks of conspiracy. He takes aim at powerful figures and questions whether true justice can ever prevail. The intensity in his delivery leaves you feeling the weight of his discontent and the sting of old wounds. Every diss and every retort seems loaded with hidden meaning that points to a deep-seated grudge. It feels as though the trial verdict was only the spark that ignited a long brewing fire. The anger radiating from his words is both shocking and strangely captivating. It is hard to ignore the passion in his voice as he challenges the established order. The accusations are as bold as they are unsettling and force you to rethink everything you know about power and loyalty. The notion that Jay-Z and Roc Nation could have swayed a verdict leaves a bitter taste and more questions than answers. As the story unfolds, it becomes clear that Drake's reaction is not about one trial alone. It is about a larger history of conflicts and broken alliances that have defined these relationships. Every new piece of evidence and every whispered allegation fuels a fire that refuses to die out. Now the big question hangs in the air for everyone to ponder. Is Drake exposing a real conspiracy, or is he simply salty and jealous? I believe the evidence points to a man who is extremely bitter about Rihanna's relationship with A$AP Rocky. He is pushing a theory that Jay-Z and Roc Nation bribed the jury in Rocky's favor, and that nothing is as it seems. The story is layered with a long-standing feud between Jay-Z and Drake, and a history of alleged legal interference by Roc Nation. Even the jurors have raised suspicions with their conflicting statements about the trial verdict. I invite you to take a closer look at these twists and turns, and share your thoughts on what might be real. Drop your comments below, and let us know if you think Drake is unveiling a hidden truth, or if his anger is simply a product of his own jealousy and bitterness.